The house where blessings begin. Do you realize that the first steps you take each morning can determine the course of your entire day and even the trajectory of your life? Many walk through their homes unaware that every word spoken, every decision made, and every thought harbored in these familiar walls either aligns with blessing or inadvertently blocks it. Today, your house is not just a physical structure, it is a spiritual gateway. The unseen forces that shape your prosperity begin here, at home, before you ever step outside. What if the abundance you've been praying for decades has been waiting quietly, held back only by misalignment within the very space you inhabit every day? The warning is urgent. Without intentional spiritual alignment, the walls around you may contain hidden obstacles that delay divine provision. Moses knew this principle well. Long before leading nations, his preparation started in the quiet, ordinary moments, laying a foundation for the blessings yet to come. Psalm 112 teaches that wealth and prosperity are not merely external achievements. They flow from deliberate obedience, alignment, and faithfulness in the smallest arenas of life, beginning at home. Today, I invite you to awaken to the reality that prosperity and abundance are intentional. Your home, your words, your actions, and even your thoughts are the soil in which the seeds of provision are sown. Will you allow today to be just another day of missed opportunities? Or will you prepare the soil, open your eyes, and step into alignment with God's divine plan? The first word you speak, the first prayer you declare, and the first act of faith you take today can either shield you from stagnation or leave you vulnerable to cycles of lack. Scarcity does not have to be your story. Fear of misalignment should not dictate your life. The authority of God's blessing is available, but it flows to those who prepare, align, and take deliberate spiritual action at home first. This is your moment to reclaim intentionality, to lay the foundation of prosperity, and to awaken your home as the starting point for God's provision. Stop walking past the very place where blessings can begin. Today, let us open the door to abundance, starting within these walls, and let every action, word, and thought align with the wealth God intended for you. Alive, yet missing the foundation of prosperity. You wake up, breathe, and go about your day. But do you feel the weight of missed opportunity pressing on your spirit? Being alive is not enough. Many live in a cycle of effort without breakthrough, laboring externally, while the foundation within their home, the first sphere of influence, remains unaligned with God's blessing. Moses understood that the preparation for true prosperity began in the simplest, most overlooked tasks. Before he led nations, before abundance was manifested, the groundwork was laid in alignment, obedience, and faithfulness in the immediate daily environment. Psalm 112 reminds us that obedience, integrity, and spiritual alignment are the true seeds of lasting provision. If your home, your actions, and your words are disconnected from this divine principle, the blessings you long for may never manifest. Every conversation, every attitude, and every decision within your household either nurtures or hinders the prosperity meant for you. This is why your existence alone does not guarantee wealth or fulfillment. Feel the urgency. The longer you continue unaware, the more you perpetuate stagnation. Fear arises because the invisible forces of misalignment compound over time, blocking what should flow freely. Anxiety builds as you realize that effort without spiritual authority yields little or nothing. Moses' life teaches that preparation and alignment in small daily responsibilities are the silent doors through which God sends abundance. Today, recognize the foundational truth. Your home is your first altar. Every word, thought, and action must align with divine order. Are you investing in the soil of your own environment, or are you walking past the very place where God has placed the keys to your provision? The time for awareness is now. Wake up, examine your house, your routines, and your words. God's blessing flows to those who prepare and honor the foundation. Your faith, combined with intentional alignment at home, is the launchpad for prosperity. Will you continue to live in mere existence, or will you actively prepare the foundation that allows God's abundance to flow? This is the moment to choose alignment, obedience, and readiness. Therefore, I perceive the void when efforts outside yield nothing. You've tried, haven't you? You've poured effort into work, relationships, and plans, yet the results seem empty. The void you feel is not coincidence. It's the echo of misalignment, the invisible barrier that blocks the flow of God's provision. Psalm 112 teaches that abundance begins where obedience and alignment precede it. Without that foundation, no matter how hard you labor outside your home, your actions may not yield lasting fruit. The unseen consequences of neglect compound silently. Like Moses, who labored faithfully in preparation before receiving God's instructions, your diligence without divine alignment is incomplete. You may feel frustration, anxiety, even despair as you notice cycles repeating. The fear rises. What if another year passes and the prosperity meant for you slips past unseen because the internal work, the household alignment, the words spoken in faith, the spirit nurtured at home, was ignored? This is the urgency. External effort alone cannot bring true provision. The pressure mounts not just in financial or material senses, but in spiritual and emotional dimensions. Every misaligned decision, every unprepared space, every neglected word creates a vacuum where blessing cannot enter. Psalm 112 calls attention to this hidden truth. To receive, you must prepare. Imagine your home as the soil, your faith as the seed, and your obedience as the water. If any part is lacking, the harvest will be stunted. You might feel the tension within yourself, the unease that you are doing everything yet gaining nothing. That tension is a signal. The foundation is not ready. The doors of prosperity are closed. Fear, when rightly felt, becomes a guide, not an enemy. Now is the time to perceive the void, not as defeat, but as clarity. Awareness of the emptiness outside begins with alignment inside. Every thought, word, and action in your household, your personal environment, sets the stage for what can flow from God. Recognize this void, feel the urgency of alignment, and prepare to receive what has long been promised but never manifested. The choice is yours. Continue chasing external results with internal misalignment, or act now to build the spiritual and practical foundation that opens the doors for God's abundance to flow. Therefore, I recognize my limits when self-effort cannot secure wealth. You've seen it, haven't you? The moments when all your effort, your planning, your willpower seems to collapse under its own weight. Moses experienced this too. The long journeys, the preparation, the waiting. Prosperity does not arrive simply because you work hard. It arrives when you recognize your limitations and surrender to God's orchestration. Psalm 112 reminds us that reliance on God, not human effort alone, is the gateway to abundance. The walls you've been pushing against are not there to punish you. They exist to teach you. Pride and self-reliance, unchecked, will always limit what God intends to release. That anxiety rising inside, that fear of failure and exhaustion, these are indicators that something deeper must shift. Are you willing to admit that your own strength, as strong as it feels, is not enough to unlock the full blessing? Moses had to accept guidance, to align with God's timing, and to let divine wisdom shape his actions before his leadership and prosperity could manifest. This is the threshold of humility, the point where acknowledgement of limits transforms into readiness for divine intervention. Feel it in your spirit. Every attempt without alignment leaves a vacuum, a gap where provision cannot enter. The frustration, the tension, the sense that you're doing everything yet receiving nothing, these are signals, not punishments. God is calling you to a deeper trust, to recognize that wealth, prosperity, and abundance flow through divine channels, not merely human effort. Imagine the doors of blessing in your life, firmly closed, not because God is distant, but because your preparation is incomplete. Each unaligned choice, each word spoken without intention, each space in your home or life left unprepared, keeps the flow of abundance blocked. Yet the moment you surrender, the barriers shift. The same Psalm 112 that celebrates God's provision begins to resonate within your own home, your own spirit, opening pathways previously unseen. The fear of lost opportunities is real, but it is not meant to paralyze you. It is meant to awaken you. Recognize your limits, release the illusion of control, and step into the readiness to receive. This recognition is not defeat. It is the precursor to fullness. God's provision is waiting, and it begins with acknowledging where human effort ends and divine direction begins. Are you ready to release control and prepare for the wealth that has been silently waiting for you? Therefore, I cry out for alignment, activating the path to blessing. Now comes the moment of action, the decisive spiritual alignment that transforms intention into reality. Psalm 112 calls for more than hope. It calls for deliberate, faith-driven obedience and alignment within your home and heart. Moses understood this principle deeply. Every act of surrender, every conscious word of faith, every alignment with God's guidance sets the stage for the flow of blessing that cannot be manufactured by human effort alone. Look at your own home, your routines, your daily habits. Are they aligned with the path God has prepared for you? The first step is intentionality, the conscious decision to lift your eyes, to declare your readiness, to speak a prophetic phrase that aligns your spirit and your environment with God's provision. This is not merely symbolic, it is a spiritual act that activates the channels of abundance, a declaration that says, I am ready, I am obedient, I am aligned. Feel the tension of missed opportunities, the scarcity, the frustration, the invisible barriers you've encountered, and let it fuel your determination. Each moment of hesitation is a moment where potential wealth and blessing could be delayed. Psalm 112 guides you to speak alignment over your home, your family, your work, and your spirit. This is the act that opens doors previously closed, that turns the intangible into tangible, that makes God's provision evident in your daily life. Notice the relief that begins to form as you cry out. Your fear is replaced by hope. Your uncertainty is met with confidence. This is empowerment through surrender, where faith meets action and intention becomes a conduit for blessing. Every word, every prayer, every conscious act of alignment builds a foundation for long-term prosperity that extends beyond financial wealth to emotional and spiritual richness. Here, in this space of intentional alignment, the blessing begins to take shape. You are no longer a passive observer waiting for fortune to fall into your lap. You are an active participant in the unfolding of God's provision. The first call to action is now. Write a prophetic phrase that affirms your alignment, sealing the spiritual and practical readiness to receive the abundance God has prepared. Step forward, declare alignment, and let the invisible become visible. Prosperity is not accidental. It is activated through faith-filled obedience and intentional positioning within the guidance of God. Therefore, I am fulfilled. When household alignment opens doors, you have walked the path of awareness, recognition, surrender, and intentional alignment. Now the culmination, the moment where fulfillment manifests, where the seeds of obedience and alignment bear the fruit of God's provision. Psalm 112 teaches that prosperity is not merely a result of chance, talent, or effort. It is the consequence of faithful alignment within the household, heart, and spirit. Imagine your home as a fertile ground, previously untended, now ready to receive the waters of blessing. Every action you have taken, every intentional word, every declaration of faith is preparing the environment for abundance to flourish. Moses' life exemplifies this. Every task completed, every discipline maintained, every obedient moment built the foundation for the monumental blessings that followed. What was once nothing at home transformed into a kingdom of provision and stability. Feel the peace that comes as doors open, unseen barriers dissolve, and the blessing flows naturally. Notice the confidence that arises, knowing that your diligence and alignment are harmonized with God's will. The fear, scarcity, and doubt that once haunted your path now give way to clarity and empowerment. This is not a fleeting moment. It is a lasting transformation. God's favor now surrounds your home, your family, your work, and your spirit. At this point, you are invited to solidify your commitment and action. The second call to action: click like, subscribe, and share this message so that others can also experience the principles of divine alignment and home-based prosperity. These actions are more than digital. They are declarations of faith, signaling your participation in God's plan and your readiness to walk fully within it. Conclude this moment with the Lord's Prayer, sealing your spiritual and practical alignment. Speak it intentionally, allowing the words to affirm your readiness to receive God's abundance, protection, and guidance. With this, the household is fortified, the spirit empowered, and the path forward illuminated. Now, you are not merely waiting for blessing, you are walking in it, empowered by alignment, obedience, and faith. Doors that once remained closed now open. Abundance, provision, and prosperity manifest, and your life becomes a testament to what God can do when alignment begins at home.